Hi sa inyong lahat at ako'y nagbabalik para sa part 2 ng ating problem solving regarding laws of motion. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, mag-subscribe na at pindutin nyo na rin ang notification icon para lagi kayong updated sa mga bago nating uploads. Okay, let's start with problem number 6. The weight of the person in an elevator at rest is equals to 500 newtons. Acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second squared. When lift accelerated, the tension force is 750 newtons. What is the acceleration of lift? Now, we are going to list all known values so that we can identify which formula to use for us to answer what is being asked in the problem. The known values are the person's weight, represented by small w, is equals to 500 newtons, can be equated to 500 kilogram times meter per second squared. Ito yung elevator na at rest ha. The acceleration of gravity given na sa problem na equivalent siya sa 10 meters per second squared. We have the tension force represented by capital letter T is equals to 750 newtons. If lift accelerated and elevator's mass is ignored, the value being asked in the problem is the acceleration of the elevator. For us to find the acceleration, let's first have our first computation. We need to find the person's mass. For us to get that, we use the formula M is equals to W over G, or mass is equals to weight over gravity. Mass is equals to 500 kg times meter per second squared divide by 10 meter per second squared. Now, ika-cancel out na natin yung meter per second squared na magkabila. Yan. So, 500 kg divide by 10. Ang lalabas sa value ng mass ay 50 kilograms. Before we proceed with another computation, let's analyze the elevator at rest. Elevator at rest has no acceleration. It means that acceleration is equals to 0. The upward force has positive sign and the downward force has negative sign. Let's proceed with computation number 2, where tension is equal to weight. We have the summation of force is equals to mass times acceleration. Tension minus weight is equals to 0. O bakit equals to 0? It is because there is no acceleration occurs while the elevator is at rest. Also, the tension is upward force, making it a positive value, and the weight is in downward, making it a negative value. Since tension minus weight is equals to 0, we can transpose weight to the other side, making it positive, and the equation will be tension force is equivalent to weight. Now that the tension force is equal to weight, we can say that the value of tension force while the elevator is at rest is also equivalent to 500 newtons. If the elevator accelerated downward, the tension force is smaller than 500 newtons. Otherwise, if the elevator accelerated upward, then the tension force will be larger than 500 newtons. The tension force is equivalent to 750 newtons. Ito yung sinabi doon sa given after nung at rest niya. Ibig sabihin, nilift na yung elevator. Because the elevator accelerated upward, the force acts upward have positive sign and the force that acts downward has negative sign. Now we are getting the value of acceleration of the elevator at lift. Yan. Computation number 3. Acceleration of elevator. We have the formula of summation of force is equals to mass times acceleration. Now, we have the tension minus weight is equivalent to mass times acceleration ulit. The value for tension is 750 newtons. Minus yung 500 newtons, ito yung weight ng person, is equals to 50 kilograms mass. Pagkatapos, A lang kasi wala tayong value ng wala pa tayong value ng acceleration. 750 newtons minus 500 newtons is equivalent to 250 newtons equals to 50 kilograms times A. Ngayon, kailangan natin i-divide yung magkabilang equation by 50 kg para ma-cancel out, para maiwan natin mag-isa yung acceleration. So, 250 newtons divided by 50 kg is equivalent to 50 kg times A divide by 50 kg. Ika-cancel out natin yung 50 kg sa tabi ng A. Ang matitira na lang ay 250 newtons divide by 50 kilograms. 250 newtons divide by 50 kilograms equals to A. Ngayon, ang formula natin ngayon, ang equation natin ngayon ay acceleration is equals to, pwede natin i-equate yung 250 newtons sa 250 kilograms times meter per second squared divide by 50 kilogram. Cancel out the kilograms. 250 meter per second squared divide by 50. Ang magiging sagutan natin ay acceleration is equals to 5.0 meter per second squared. Ito na yung acceleration ng lift. Here's our next question. A 1,500 kilogram car starting from rest attains a speed of 25 meter per seconds in 50 seconds. What is the acceleration and what force is acting on it? Isulat natin yung mga values. Meron tayong mass ng kotse, equivalent sa 1,500 kilograms, speed na aabot sa 25 meter per seconds, at yung time duration na 50 seconds. Ano-ano yung mga missing value na kailangan natin hanapin? Yung una, yung acceleration ng mismong kotse at yung amount ng force na present doon sa kotse. Now, we need to find the acceleration. And the formula we're going to use is acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity divide by time. Acceleration is equals to 25.0 meter per seconds minus 0. Bakit 0? Dahil nag-start ang velocity o yung nag-start yung kotse at rest hanggang ma-reach niya yung speed na 25 meter per seconds. Kaya yung initial velocity ay 0. Bawas yung time, 50 seconds. I-divide na natin yung 25 sa 50, then yung seconds ay ito times sa kapwa seconds. Kaya ma-attain natin ang value na acceleration is equals to 0.50 meter per second squared. Now, second computation, we need to find the force. We have the formula force is equals to mass times acceleration. Force is equals to 1,500 kilogram times 0.50 meter per second squared. Now we have the value for force. We have the 750 kilogram times meter per second squared or 750 newtons. And down with our last question. A constant force of 30 newtons acts on a 10 kilogram box as shown in the diagram. If the box is originally at rest, what will be its velocity after 5 seconds? Same as always, we are going to write the values. The force, we have negative 30 newtons. Why it is negative? Because the force is going to the left, indicating a negative value. Hindi naman totally negative. Oh yes, negative value siya. Pero yung negative dito, nagre-represent na papunta siya sa kaliwa. Kung ilalagay nyo siya sa Cartesian plane, in x-axis, the right goes to the positive and the left going to the negative. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong negative value for force. Mass is equals to 10 kilograms and time 5 seconds. Ang kailangan natin hanapin ay yung final velocity ng box after 5 seconds. Now we are going to compute for the constant acceleration. Force is equals to mass times acceleration. Since hahanapin natin na yung mass ay yung acceleration, i-divide natin both sides by mass. So, acceleration is equals to force over mass. We have negative 30 newtons divide by 10 kilogram. So, negative 30 kilogram times meter per second squared divide by 10. So, cancel out kilogram. We have now the value for acceleration equivalent to negative 3 meter per second squared. And now we are going to find the final velocity. Now we are going to use again the formula for acceleration is equivalent to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. Ngayon, since ang hinahanap natin ay yung final velocity, yung time i-multiply natin sa A. Kumaga parang nag-cross multiply lang tayo para mailipat natin yung value ng t papunta sa a. So ang mangyayari ay magiging acceleration times time is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity. So ilipat natin din yung initial velocity para maiwan natin nagsosolo yung final velocity. So meron na tayong value o meron na tayong equation na acceleration times time plus initial velocity is equals to final velocity. Yun yung formula natin para mahanap natin yung value ng final velocity. Now, final velocity is equals to negative 3 meter per second squared times 5 seconds plus 0 meter per second. Bakit uli 0? Dahil nga nag-start siya at rest. Ibig sabihin, 0 ang starting point. Kaya 0 ang initial velocity. Ngayon, maka-cancel out yung s sa 5 seconds dahil kung ang equation kasi negative 3 meter, meters over second squared. Eh siyempre nasa taas yung 5 seconds, maka-cancel out yung seconds sa makabila. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo dito, negative 3 meter per seconds na lang siya. Kasi yung second squared is equivalent to seconds times seconds. Okay? So, negative 3 meters per second times 5 plus 0 meter per seconds. So, meron na tayong final output o final value which is final velocity is equivalent to negative 15 meter per seconds. Ito ulit ha, yung negative dito hindi nag-indicate na negative value kundi nag-indicate na direction. So, ibig sabihin, yung final velocity is going to the left. At dito na po nagtatapos ang ating part 2 ng problem solving regarding laws of motion. Hopefully, may natutunan ulit kayo sa akin at hopefully ay ma-apply nyo ito sa mga subject nyo, lalo sa science. See you all in our next video. Bye guys!